he's run out of heroin or he's not getting his money. 2 seconds.
So you're talking more about engaging with people.
Yeah.
And do you know of any self-empowered gypsy travelers communities who actually organize themselves to promote their culture, try and be more resilient at a community or group level in Aberdeen City Council or anywhere in North East Scotland more widely? Or have you come across to that in your work?
The council are actually having, have I got my diary with me? Yes, I do. We're actually holding a Gypsy Traveller Month event. There you go. At the Townhouse on, here we go, the 20th of June. It's Gypsy Traveller History Month event. What you could do, I could give you a name. It may be worth going to that. That might be quite interesting. If you contact Dave Black from Grec or Sandra Howard from Aberdeen City Council.
I will see them next week, so that should be okay.
Oh, well, fair enough then. That's sorted that.
Perfect.
But yeah, so we're having the event then. It's only from like 10 until 1. But it may be worth going to that as well. Like I say, all the bigwigs have organised it. I have absolutely no idea what's going to be happening there. Apparently I've just got to show up. And answer questions if anybody's got anything. But that might be quite interesting for you.
So you have some things which are organised by the communities themselves and in partnership with the local councils as well. You were saying so that you have the impression that policymakers are really just like they're just never on the ground. Do they have a proactive, meaning that they have a regular sustained attention in anticipating issues and that can make gypsy travelers communities vulnerable, or do they have a reactive kind of policy, meaning that they're having interests in gypsy travelers just because there has been a scandal in the media?
They do it to me, I think they do it because they feel they have to, not that they want to, and not that they've got an interest in them. I mean, they do all these housing needs assessments on the general public. So, we better do one on gypsy travellers as well then. Do you know what I mean? Because it looks like we're missing them out. I don't think it's because they want to. I feel it's because they have to, and it makes them look good. But that's my personal opinion.
Which is very interesting and very valuable as well. If you had any recommendations to give, how could policymakers better engage and communicate with gypsy travellers communities in Aberdeen City?
I think getting more sites in Aberdeen, definitely more sites in Aberdeen, and for them to be actually involved and to get the travellers involved in what's happening in Aberdeen. I mean, everything's getting done like behind their backs. So everything's organised, and then it's for the likes of myself to say, right, this is what's going to happen. Do you know what I mean? They're not getting the chance to put their opinions forward. So I think they need to come down to the the ground floor, and, see how it actually works, rather than just writing out all these policies and procedures. It's like, well, hold on, wait a minute, why don't you come into Clinterty, see how it works, see for yourself what the people are like, then go back. Because it's okay sitting down, telling them this, that and the other, but at the end of the day, they're only going to write what they want to.
So you believe that there should be So Gypsy Travels communities should be involved into planning, so
yeah,
housing planning.
Because it's their life. It's their life. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they have. The council, they have tenants' organisations and meetings for tenants with housing officers and repairs and all the rest of it. Travellers don't get that. They don't get that at all. Do you know what I mean? And the way I see it, if they're living at Clinterty permanently, that is their home. They are council tenants, and they deserve the same rights as I do, because I'm a council tenant. So why am I getting this? But, Harrod number 3, Clinterty site isn't. Do you know what I mean? That's a huge bugbear I've got going on just now with them, actually.
When it concerns particularly planning new sites, is there an issue of where the sites are located as well?
It just won't happen. It won't happen at all.
And when you talk with Gypsy Travellers communities, have you come across something like they saying that if the councillors were to engage more with them, they would like maybe the sites to be more city-based or more in the countryside or in rural areas?
I don't actually know. I never thought of that. I mean, Clinterty it's in the middle of nowhere. So I don't actually know if they would prefer it to be in the city. To be honest, I can't see that happening. I don't think the general public would let that happen. I think that's why it's out in Clinterty. It's in the middle of nowhere, so it's out of people's eyesight. If I don't see it, it's not happening. So I think if there was to be another site through the council, it would be on the outskirts of Aberdeen again. But Aberdeen definitely needs something.
Do you have any recommendations on how Gypsy Travellers could become resilient as well to economic changes?
What do you mean?
Meaning, basically, so we talked about their how they are self-employed. When you have different levels of unemployment, or do you deal with giving them more employability strategies sometimes, or just advice?
I just give them advice. That's all I can do. When it comes to working, the men deal with that, and they don't get women involved at all.
So how does it usually work culturally? So it's more men working?
Oh yeah, the men work, and the women and the girls, they will tidy up, look after the kids. It really is, it's like Victorian living, do you know what I mean? The woman stays in the house and she cooks and she cleans and she looks after the children. That is it. That is how they live. And if you walk onto an unauthorised encampment, the men won't speak to me. They won't speak to a woman about something official. Sometimes we've got a caretaker that works up in the site. Sometimes I'll take him with me. They'll speak to him, but they won't speak to me. Say, right, can you ask them this, that and the other? Yeah, that's okay, no problem. And then he'll come back and tell me what I want to know. They won't speak to me. Very, very seldom will the guys speak to a woman about anything official. And the women will say, you need to speak to them. You need to speak to the men folk about that. So you're not going to get any answers.
That's interesting. And in Aberdeen City Council and Aberdeenshire, is it? Are usually liaison officers kind of two, one man and a woman, dabbled in a team to be able to communicate with them, or is it usually just one? It's
just usually one person.
Mm-hmm.
what we find is, I mean, we keep in touch with other councils. I mean, I keep in touch, well, there's Moray, the Shire,